The 2026 Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, bring us to Brain Field in Bristol, Connecticut for Game 7 of the New England Regional and Day 2 of elimination play. Gorham Little League from Maine battles Champlain Little League from Vermont. Both teams winning yesterday to advance to Day 2 of knockout play. As we take a look at the New England Regional bracket on this Tuesday morning, here on the East Coast, winner of this game matches up against the loser of Connecticut and Rhode Island on Wednesday at 3:30 Eastern Time. And with that, we welcome you inside the Brainfield press box. Rise and shine for those listening outside the East Coast. She's the former All-American and Olympian Haley McClenny. I'm Casey Roll. This game got moved up because of inclement weather in the forecast. But yesterday, Vermont came on late, down by 2 runs, down to their final 3 outs. This Vermont team has had the mantra of believing all year. They believed, and that's how they got to today.
Yeah, it was an epic comeback for Vermont, and you could tell they were all believing. 1 through 12 in their lineup. They were firing on all cylinders, and they got better as the game went along. They were able to piece great at-bats together off of Ava Maloney. They were hitting the ball really well to the opposite field. Their plate discipline was great, took the walks when they needed to, and just continued to pass the bat. And you could tell right when they were breaking it open in the 6th inning, this team just got something going. Important to note as well, Kinsley Winiger, their ace pitcher, the leading strikeout thrower in this regional, she threw into the 7th inning. She is ineligible to pitch today because of that, so we will see Hazel Rexford. You see her getting ready there. We'll see her in the circle for Vermont. We'll see if she can really keep a Maine lineup down. We've seen this Maine offense in their 2 wins put up 30 total runs, and it starts at the top with Sloan Tafe, but how about Sophia Santiago that we've seen just absolutely crush it? She was a triple away from the cycle yesterday alone, Casey. So Hazel Rexford going to have a tall task and a tall order going up against Maine today.
Sloan Tafe sprays it to the left side of the diamond. First chance for Kelly Boiseno, and Tafe beats it out down the line, but the throw is true. On the first pitch of the game, one shortstop grounds to another to begin Day 2 of knockouts.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they're going to look at this. We're going to see the first base coach here come and take a look at it, but this is a great job by Kelly Boiseno. That's a bang-bang play, getting some action early, having a conversation early. I think that throw beats her by just a half a step. You see there, barely. Good job by Boiseno. That's a big leadoff out if you're Vermont. With your number 2 pitcher in the circle, you want to try to set the tone early. And how about some defensive plays there?
Call on the field was out.
It's a good stretch over there by Brooklyn Davenport, too. We got to give our first baseman some love. Everyone wants to talk about shortstops all the time, but...
As a former 12U first baseman, I think you could appreciate that stretch, too.
It looks like that ball gets in her glove just before that right foot gets down.
Nate Schools, the main manager, already asking this crew to take a look at this. Teams get 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation innings. They receive a challenge if this game were to go into extra innings. The crew chief, Brian Poe, looking at it right now as we take a look at the challenge rules. There's a look at Coach Schools with that shaved head. One of the hallmark signs of this Maine team getting back to the regional. Second time he's visited the team barbershop in the last 3 years.
Such a fun story. He was telling us that the girls were more excited about shaving his head than winning a state championship, which is always fun motivation.
That sounds like a 10 to 12-year-old thing to be more excited about.
That's so Little League. It's amazing.
Especially his daughter, Taylor. Can you imagine that? Oh, I get to see my dad's shaved head every day for the rest of the summer.
Well, those are the memories that stick with you. I know everyone talks about wins and losses, and every team here wants to win, right? But it's those off-the-field memories that just make these Little League regional tournaments so special.
Extended review on the first play of the game, on the first pitch of the morning.
And they're taking a long time with this one. I know it was a bang-bang play, so just wanting to make sure that we get this right out of the gate. Important to know, too, it's a big deal if there's a runner on and Sofia Santiago's at the plate with how she's been swinging it. She's hit over 850 in this regional so far, and looks like we're going to have a decision here.
And the call on the field is upheld. It is an out. We'll take a look at that throw from Kelly Boiseno one more time. Yeah,
it was bang, bang, and Sloan Tafe with her speed gets down the line really quickly, but Kelly Boiseno firing it over there and just beats her barely by half a step. A big-time leadoff out for Vermont here in the first.
Santiago squares it up, flips it to the circle, and there's Rexford. 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Vermont right-hander.
You can't draw up a better start if you're Hazel Rexford right now. I know we talk a lot about Kinsley Winiger, their ace, ineligible to pitch today after throwing in the 7th. And Hazel Rexford struggled in that inning she came in against Rhode Island, had 7 walks, but so far, 2 pitches, 2 outs. You can't draw it up better than that. Really impressed with her so far.
Natalie McCurdy takes ball 1 down. There's been no other pitcher in the circle for Maine than McCurdy in her final year playing Little League. For as good as Kinsley Winiger has been for Vermont, she has been for Maine, the 12-year-old McCurdy.
Yeah, and pretty much in every pitching category, Kinsley Winiger's #1 in this regional, McCurdy's #2.
There's a ground ball to Winiger, playing second today, sticks with it and guns it to first. Rise and shine, Hazel Rexford has risen to the occasion with a 3-up, 3-down first.
Absolutely great start from Rexford. 3 up, 3 down, something we haven't seen a ton from Maine. We'll see if Vermont can put some runs on the board here in the bottom of the first.
So we look at the Maine's dancing in the regionals for the 2nd time in 3 years. A big reason why is their ace, Natalie McCurdy, who's also got the moves off the diamond, well in foul territory with their pregame worm, something she does before every pitching appearance. She's pitched to success so far, besides 1 loss to Connecticut. It's been really hard to get hits off of her.
Yeah, she's done a really great job in the circle. What I've been most impressed with is just her overall command. She's been able to limit walks, attack hitters. She gets ahead in counts, works herself into high leverage situations to create swings and misses both up and down in the zone. She's 2nd in this regional with 19 strikeouts so far. She's gotten the 2 wins for Maine to be able to keep them in this tournament, looking to get a 3rd one today against a really good Vermont lineup. We've seen them utilize their speed. We've seen them pass the bat. We've seen them, it's a momentum-based offense, right? When one gets going, they seem to all get going. Then they're gonna need to get going early if they're gonna wanna have a chance against McCurdy today.
And it starts with Kelly Boiseno, the Vermont shortstop, made an excellent play in the field on the first pitch of the game. Gets that ball down and in to begin her afternoon, her morning, excuse me, at the plate. Like a lot of these Champlain Little Leaguers, her final year playing in a regional. Turned 12 earlier this year. Is hoping to get the Cardiac Kids from St. Albans Bay 1 day further here in Bristol. That's a strike. 2-1.
And one of the things that's made McCurdy so successful in this regional is that little arm side movement, that little 2-seam fastball that she's going to throw down and in to the right side. You see it there. It just skirts right underneath barrels. It's got a little bit of a down bite to it. And if she can own that down and in quadrant to these right-handed hitters, it's going to be a long afternoon, or morning, excuse me, for Vermont.
It caught me too, don't worry. It's very
the coffee is hitting.
3-2. Boiseau down swinging. First strikeout of the morning for McCurdy. 1 down in the first.
And it's a beautiful pitch by McCurdy. She went down in the zone for a couple of strikes early in the count, and then she goes upstairs, gets a big-time swing and miss. Missing the barrel there of Kelly Boiseau to get a big-time leadoff out.
Hazel Rexford in the circle today for Vermont. How impressive was she in that top of the first? 5 pitches induced weak contact.
Man, you can't draw it up better if you're Hazel Rexford, especially coming off a tough outing against Rhode Island when they took the loss. She had 7 walks, wasn't her sharpest, but really stepped up in that top of the first. And you know she wants to give herself some run support as well. Get on base, come around and score a run for her team.
Saw the importance of run support for Maine yesterday in their win against New Hampshire. 17-1 win for the Gorham Little Leaguers to knock out New Hampshire yesterday. Did not trail at any point in that ball game. Rexford sprays it foul into the stands. How invigorating were these Vermont fans yesterday against Massachusetts? Rallied their team down 2 runs to tie that game and play into extras.
My goodness, it was just electric from top to bottom. We could hear them up here in the press box. And it seemed like with every batter, they just gained more and more confidence, continued to pass the bat. They were all bought into that. You see that "We Believe" sign right there. They were all bought into that mindset.
This is something we haven't seen much of from teams against McCurdy. Back-to-back full count at bats to begin innings.
Yeah, I'm really impressed so far with these 2 hitters from Vermont. I know Kelly Boiseau took the strikeout, but still an overall good at bat. Fouling off pitches. It's going to be the 8th pitch of the at bat here for Rexford, so making McCurdy work early.
Squibb the second. Maeve McDonald zips it to first. 1 second baseman typically for Vermont. Rexford grounds out to another. 2 gone. Well, we alluded to Rexford getting the duties in the circle today. Kinsley Winiger is at second base, the keystone position after hitting her innings limit yesterday. Little League softball rules: if you pitch 7 or more innings in a day, it makes you ineligible to pitch the next day. Josh Winiger, her father is the manager, made that executive decision yesterday against Massachusetts to make sure his ace got this team to the next day instead of playing for the next day.
I know we were talking up here in the booth about, do you throw her, do you not? And you know, hindsight's always going to be 20/20. You don't know how this game is going to go today, but you always want to make sure that you are 100% bought into getting the next day, as Winiger's going to strike out here to close out the inning. McCurdy doing all she can, though, in the circle. 2 strikeouts out of the first 3 hitters, working up, working down, gets a big strike.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Are we looking at a future Little Leaguer in a few years? She's been inspired by this Vermont Little League team out of St. Albans Bay, a program that comprises two small towns in Vermont, Georgia and St. Albans Bay. They've rallied behind this Champlain Little League team, coming back from the depths of the elimination bracket late yesterday to get to today against a vaunted Maine lineup that was sat up and down in order in the first. Taylor Schools, the cleanup hitter, digs in to lead off this second against Rexford.
And Hazel Rexford only threw 5 pitches in that top of the first inning. Stark contrast from what we saw in her outing against Rhode Island. And this is a Maine offense that has done damage early in counts. They're aggressive at the plate. You see it again here, swinging at the second pitch.
That's punched to Boiseau, but it's a leadoff error for Vermont to give Maine the game's first base runner.
And this is a ball that's just going to eat up Boiseau at shortstop here. You always want to make sure when you're playing in the infield, you want to work down to up with that glove. Hop just eats her up a little bit, and we got a leadoff base runner.
That spills away from Boardman, and Schools goes to second base. Maine's got the game's first run in scoring position to begin the second. RBI spot for Carly Piacitelli. Couple hits yesterday in the win against New Hampshire. Another delayed steal. Schools is in the third. Back-to-back steals on back-to-back pitches. Maine's base running game rearing its head around early on.
Yeah, and this is what we've seen over and over again from Maine. They just put so much pressure on the defense using their speed and athleticism. And what that does when you have fast runners, it really speeds up the defense. And when defense is playing fast and they're sped up, they tend to make more errors. We've seen that so far in all of Maine's wins.
3 balls and a strike to Piacitelli, a matchup of 2 prospects who will be eligible to return to Little League softball next summer. Always like seeing that. Rexford and Piacitelli, both 11 this year. That's bounced on the left side. This will score a run. Boiseau airmails the throw to first, and it's down the line. Everyone's safe. Schools comes in to score, and Maine is off and running on an infield RBI single for Piacitelli.
This is a great piece of hitting by Piacitelli. She's going to just take this ball to the opposite field. I thought off the bat right away this is going to be through the 5-6 hole. You got to give credit over there to Boiseau for even keeping it in the infield.
And there goes Piacitelli, stealing second base on the first pitch Maeve McDonald sees.
Stop me if you heard that before, a stolen base for Maine.
That ball down and in. There goes Piacitelli for third.
This is deja vu.
They're road runners early on a Tuesday morning.
They're just so fun to watch run the bases. They do the fundamentals so well. And credit to the coaching staff. It's something they emphasize as a program. It makes a big difference when you can steal 60 feet.
McDonald skies it in the air in front of the circle. That lands in front of both Boardman and Rexford. 3 consecutive base runners for Maine, the beginning inning, back-to-back infield hits.
And this is a tough play for Grace Boardman and for Hazel Rexford. You see there's a little bit of a miscommunication. McDonald's just going to pop this up right in no man's land between the two. Would like to see Rexford maybe call that off. It's a little bit better of an angle for her coming forward as opposed to Boardman.
McDonald takes second base. Maine has advanced a base on every pitch since Schools reached on the error to lead off the inning. Cody sprays it into left, that's down. And this rolls by Gates in left. This unloads the bases. Amelia Cody keeps on running into third. The throw is over the top of the shortstop, Boiseau, and Cody comes in to score. They're running wild here in Bristol. Maine is up and running. They're up 4-zip.
Watching the speed of this Maine team is just incredible. They put so much pressure on the defense. This ball is an absolute shot from Cody into the 5-6 hole here. You see how she's going to get around that, and then just a tough play over there for Addison Gates. Ball just sneaks under her glove, and If you give Maine any sort of opportunity, they're like sharks with blood in the water. They are just going to take that extra 60 feet, 120 feet. They're so athletic. And that 4-run lead happened really early. And we've seen that from them. They've continued to be aggressive all tournament long. They swing early in counts. They swing at strikes. Good fundamental softball from Maine so far here.
Wave and a miss from Hannah Wilson. Scoring on that last at-bat. Single RBI and then a 3-base error plates the other runs. 2-1.
And if you're Hazel Rexford right now, I know this inning hasn't gone exactly how you planned, but you got to channel what you did in the first inning. Just continue to attack the strike zone. Trust your defense. Let them put the ball in play. You don't want to issue any free passes. Do your best to settle in, reset. Important to note, too, that Grace Boardman is back there calling pitches for her, so just the relationship. We talked about it with her and Kinsley Winiger, but...
Wilson pounds it up the middle. Winiger backhands throw to first. Excellent play defensively by Winiger. An ace in the circle, a Gold Glover in the field, one gone.
This is maybe one of the best defensive plays that we've seen all tournament, known for in the circle, but how about this backhand going deep up the middle? Look at how she's going to plant that right leg and deliver an absolute shot over there to Brooklyn Davenport at first base. This is textbook elite defense from Kinsley Winiger. Incredible play.
Probably a couple smiles from her dad, Josh, in the dugout. Speaking of smiles, there's Nora Emlett smiling bright and early. Her team is up 4-0 in the second. That's pounded to third base. Ends up there for Hannah Mosher. A couple outs after those 4 early runs in the inning. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. He's doing that right now on his phone.
He heard us up here.
Lucy Coulthard batting in the 10 spot. 7th different batter to step to the plate to remain in the inning. Rattled foul. All 9 previous batters for Maine have put the ball in play. Something they've done well in this entire tournament. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone, and Rexford is a strike away from retiring the side. 1-2 by a swinging Coulthard. Boardman applies the tag. First strikeout of the game for Rexford. Puts a bow on a 4-run Maine second inning. Maine is off and running. How does Vermont respond in the bottom of the second when we return?
to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here! The competition has definitely elevated.
The best is yet to come.
All eyes are going to be in Greenville, North Carolina in early August for the 2026 Little League Softball World Series. Last year it was West Suburban Little League out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, winning it all in North Carolina. Last 5 winners have come from 5 different states. Lots of parity in a Little League Softball. Last time a state has been represented as back-to-back champions came in 2016 and 2017 when back-to-back teams from Texas won it all in North Carolina. So lots of parity. Will a team from the Mid-Atlantic win it again this year? Bristol also hosts the Mid-Atlantic Regional. We'll see some games later on today with our good pals Doug Sherman and Alex Powers. You and AP are going to be sharing a lot of studio time this weekend with coverage across the country.
It's such a fun event to be able to do. The fact that we get 2 regionals here at this beautiful ballpark, and the fact that ESPN just gives these young women a platform and covers them both on the field and with studio coverage. You know, it's the first year that we've ever done the around the bases coverage. Shout out to Michelle Smith, the GOAT, for leading that up.
Callie Foisey down, no balls and 2 strikes to Natalie McCurdy. Retire the Vermont Little Leaguers, 3 up, 3 down in the first. Michelle's had long days, 10-hour days.
Yeah, Michelle, if you're listening here, shout out to you. I know you had some travel issues getting in. We almost had to call in the reliever to get some studio coverage. But she's a trooper and one of the best in the business.
2-2. Flexed foul. Foisey stays alive. The 13-year-old in her final summer playing in Little League, her second season in Bristol. Dream job is to become a softball coach. Player that Josh Winiger speaks very highly of, talked about how it hasn't always been a starter through All-Stars, how Foisey hasn't had an easy road or a role leading into this summer. First year in a leadership role this year, as that bends over the outside edge for a called strike to begin the second.
Natalie McCurdy just continuing to do what she does best. She works herself ahead in the count again, goes up in a high leverage situation, and then just paints the bottom right quadrant of the strike zone. We've seen her go to that pitch time and time again, down and into the righties, and it's a really high quality 2 seam that's really just missing underneath. A lot of barrels, not just for Vermont, but we've seen it all tournament long from her.
Brooklyn Davenport's down 0-2. What do you think about the complexion and the composure for McCurdy as well? 3 of the first 4 batters for Vermont have run full counts, but she's been able to lock in and get outs. No full count there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, back-to-back Ks.
Yeah, well, and I think this is the at-bat that she's going to want to replicate more and more of as we go on about this morning. She's at her best when she is ahead in the count, not working behind. You see that ball strike split there. Really good. 18 of the 27 total pitches have been strikes, and she's pounded the zone.
Coming right at Grace Boardman, the Vermont catcher. GG's played a good game yesterday behind the plate, both offensively and defensively. 2 of the best catchers in this regional between Boardman and Santiago.
Yeah, and the softball IQ of Grace Boardman, too. I just think we have to give credit to her calling her own game, something you don't see at this level behind the plate, and she's been really impressive so far.
She's dispelled with a swinging strike. 7 straight strikes, and McCurdy strikes out the side in the second.
Natalie McCurdy is on absolute fire right now. We'll see if Maine can add to its lead when they pick up the bats when we come back.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Little flyover over the HQ of the worldwide leader. Our ESPN campus is in Bristol, just up the road from Breen Field, the site of the 2026 New England Regionals. Casey Roll and the former Olympian Haley McClenny with us. You'll be heading over there in just about a couple hours.
That's right.
Getting your work in. Mr. Maine has gotten his work in as well. Big rallying cry behind this Maine team, who's up 4-0 to start the third against Hazel Rexford, who gets to work against Hayden West in the 11th spot. 11, 12, and 1 batters due for the Maine Little Leaguers from Gorham in this third frame. The 11-year-old West, who has one more year of eligibility after this year with the nickname Tater Tots. Ground ball fist to the short. Boisonneau's second chance in as many innings. Leadoff batter sat down.
And this Maine offense is making Kelly Boisonneau over at shortstop really work for a lot of outs. They've put a lot of balls on the ground her way. But for the most part, been able to answer the call, play really good defense behind Hazel Rexford. If Vermont's going to survive this and move on to tomorrow, continuing to play elite defense is going to be a big part of that.
First at bat of the day for Morgan Allen, hitting in the 12 spot all tournament long. Second generational regional talent. Her older sister Cam was on the last Gorham Little League team that made it to Bristol in 2024. And the count 2-0. Been a lot of homages to vintage song choices by some of these Little Leaguers for favorite tunes. Favorite song, Maneater by Nelly Furtado. I had to Google that yesterday. I didn't know the song.
You didn't know that one either?
I did not know the song. Our statistician, Dave Freed, is giving me the side eye over the mic.
It's a good one. It's not quite as old as Wonderwall by Oasis, which we've made a few references to here in this New England Regional.
It's a 4-pitch walk. One out base runner for Maine as the lineup turns over to the top.
Now batting for Maine, number 51, Sloan Tate.
Second at bat for Sloan Tate. Bounced out to short on the first pitch of the game, swings away at the first pitch of her second at bat. You a fan of that? 2 at bats, swinging away first pitch on both?
I love it. I was just about to say, I love the aggressiveness of this group. They don't get cheated on their swings. They want to get their swings off. They have great plate discipline. I mean, they just swing at strikes, and it's really good, fundamentally sound offensive softball that we've seen, not just today from Maine, but really all tournament long.
Delayed steal, throw to second. Allen's in there, beating a throw from Boardman. A possible 5th run of the game for Maine in scoring position.
And it's deja vu. It's Maine doing what Maine does, continuing to steal an extra 60 feet, put a runner in scoring position. Good throw there by Boardman, but too much speed for Morgan Allen.
Tate sprays it to third. Mosher looks the runner back. Throw to first. Scoops in there, and Davenport makes the scoop. Allen takes third base. Excellent job defensively by the corners. 2 gone.
This is not an easy play for Brooklyn Davenport to be able to make. You see that big smile right there. She knows she just came up with a clutch play for her team defensively.
Sophia Santiago takes down. Speaking of rarities in the tournament, how rare was it to see Santiago not on base, popped up on the first pitch she saw in the first? She clubs it out towards center field. Lauren Brasso over toward the gap, makes the grab. A 3-up. 3 flyouts. And Maine leaves a runner on midway through 3 here in Bristol. Vermont's down early. That's something that we've said quite a bit this tournament, but they've rallied in games as they did yesterday against Vermont, possibly because of the 4-leaf clover that they found at St. Albans Bay. Not so lucky for the first 4-leaf clover they found. That was Celia Gunther who found the original one. They lost that one. The second one was found by Kinsley Winiger. Her father, Josh, made sure that, okay, we're not going to lose 2 4-leaf clovers. So they laminated this one. Everyone signed it, all laminated and ready to go. The Champlain Little Leaguers here in Bristol are hoping to see one more day, hoping to believe for one more day to make it to the 3rd day of knockouts. Winner of this game would play the loser of Connecticut and Rhode Island tomorrow at 3:30. They believed yesterday, down 2 runs against Massachusetts. You know that they're believing here, down 4 runs midway through 3 against Maine.
Yeah, and the culture and mindset of this group has been really impressive this entire regional. They're never out of it. They're scrappy. They're gritty. They got a lot of heart, a lot of hustle, as is on that young man's hat right there. And it feels like this Vermont team is best with their backs against the wall. We've seen that time and time again from them. A really resilient group, a close-knit group of young ladies.
Lauren Brasso leads off this bottom of the 3rd. Bounding ball hit to the left side. Tafe deep in the hole off the heel of the glove, and Brasso's aboard to begin the 3rd. Made an excellent play defensively in right center to end the 3rd inning. Leads off the bottom of the inning with the base runner.
Yeah, Lauren Brasso just trying to get some belief and get her team fired up. Hits the ball deep in the 5-6 hole. This is a tough play for Sloan Tafe over there at shortstop to be able to backhand that in the hole.
Addison Gates takes a strike. 10 straight strikes from McCurdy. Throw back over the first base. Brasso gets in there ahead of Cody's tag. Not afraid of getting dirty over at first base. Gates waved through a bunt attempt. How hard was that for you playing 12U to learn the mastery of bunting?
Oh, I mean, it's such a fundamental part of this game. Critical for these young women to be able to learn how to do it. I know the home runs get a lot of airtime and credit, especially when they're watching hitters, you know, like Megan Grant, right? Or the Oklahoma Sooners, but small ball still matters, still incredibly important.
Notice how you said the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah,
how
just
many home runs
any hitter, yeah, you name it. Kendall Wells, T.R.A. Jennings. I mean, I could go Lauren Chamberlain. I could go back to my day with, you know, Kaylani Ricketts and all those prolific hitters.
Gates comes up empty, strikeout for McCurdy. That's her 6th of the early morning.
Yeah, McCurdy is really doing a great job. She continues to get ahead, work ahead in counts, and then just another instance where she's going to go to this down ball, little 2 seams, got a little bit of down bite to it, and just keep sneaking right underneath.
Delayed steal, throw from Santiago is true. What can Sofia Santiago do? 2 homers at the plate. Guns down Brasso at 2nd.
This is an incredible display of athleticism. We've talked about Sofia Santiago for her bat all regional long, but look at this pop time. This is a throw that's right on the money. Does a great job of going up to get that pitch as well from McCurdy. She's got a cannon back there. That was textbook.
The hockey goalie who doesn't let pucks get by her in the net, doesn't let base runners advance extra 60 feet.
We've seen her block some pitches too as well from McCurdy so far in this regional.
Speaking of hockey players, here's Addison Shequin. Multi-sport star, always wears her hockey necklace when she plays softball. Punched foul back toward the screen.
We've seen quite a few hockey players in this New England regional. There's Addison and her hockey get up.
Wonder if she taped her own stick. That's something else that in itself is very hard to master. I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, a lot of 10 to 12-year-olds struggle taping their sticks.
Interesting.
It's an art form.
I wonder if that's the same as like a bat grip as well.
Shequin works a 2-out walk. First base on ball issued by McCurdy today.
And good plate discipline there by Shequin. Be able to lay off that pitch.
And Mosher takes down in the dirt. Did you tape your own bat? Is that what you were trying to say? It's kind of hard.
I never used,
you know, bat grips that, you know, weren't original to the bat that I was swinging, but I know a lot of women in the college space and in the AUSL will choose to replace their bat grip with something a little bit more sticky. I think half of being a good hitter is all about feel, right? You want to feel strong and secure with that bat in your hands. And bat grips help certain hitters do that. It's like a batting gloves or no batting gloves debate.
Wave and a miss. McCurdy's feeling it. She's through 3 clean innings. 7 strikeouts through 3.
Natalie McCurdy continuing to fire on all cylinders. Going up, going down, going in, going out, missing barrels all over the place. We'll see if Maine can add to their lead when we come back.
All right. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. 4-run lead for the Maine Little Leaguers over Vermont, halfway through regulation here in Bristol. Early Tuesday morning in the elimination bracket. Game got moved up a little earlier because of inclement weather in the forecasts. All smiles on the cutouts and from the players on both sides. They don't care what time it is. That ball sails to the backstop from Hazel Rexford. Natalie McCurdy doesn't care the time, whether it be day or night. She's racking up Ks, 7 in the circle. She's got her second at bat of the day. Her manager, Nate Schools, talks about how it's very hard to rattle her when she's in the circle. It might be hard to rattle her as a lawyer, too, one day after she finishes the bar. Bounding ball back to the circle. One pitcher grounds to another. Rexford fields her position. 1 gone to begin the 4th. If you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball, visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Here's Taylor Schools. daughter of Maine manager Nate Schools, reached on an error in the second. One of 4 runs for Maine that scored in that inning. That ball fisted out toward right center field. That finds grass. 1 out single for Schools. She's aboard on Maine's 4th hit of the day.
Maine's continuing to be aggressive on the first strike they see. This is a 1-0 pitch to Schools, and she's going to go upstairs, get it. Does a great job of keeping her hands inside, staying on plane, and finding some green grass out there in the outfield.
Carly Piacitelli takes high, throw down the second on the late. Steal is just late. Schools beats the throw from Boardman. She puts herself in the scoring position.
The Maine continues to take an extra 60 feet, being super aggressive on the bases, and this is a good throw by Grace Boardman. You see Kinsley Winiger move up a little bit to get that, and because of that just half-second delay, that's what allows Schools to get that foot in there.
It's been a couple different complexions for Hazel Rexford in the circle when it comes to success against certain parts of the order. That ball sprayed the right field. That finds the grass. Schools is being sent around from third, and she scores without a throw. 2 at-bats for Piacitelli. 2 RBI singles. Maine's lead swells to 5.
That's a great job of hitting there by Piacitelli. She's been on plane all afternoon long. We saw her with a big hit in the 5-6 hole. This time she goes in the 3-4 hole, gets the barrel out in front, drives it into the ground.
There goes Piacitelli. She's in the second base. She's got hits. She's got stolen bases. The offensive firepower on display for the Maine center fielder. Ball rocked into center field, and that gets down in front of Brasso. Piacitelli holds up at third base, and the Maine Little Leaguers continue to piece together good at-bats.
Yeah, back-to-back-to-back singles. Good piece of hitting there from Maeve McDonald to be able to drive that ball right back up the middle. Would expect her to take second on this pitch as well and continue that aggressive base running we've seen from Maine. Put another runner in scoring position.
Amelia Cody takes down. That spills to the screen, and McDonald takes second. Amelia was talking a moment ago. Rexford hasn't really had a problem with the top 3 hitters. They're hitless in 6 at-bats. However, 4 through 6, 6 for 7 at the plate.
Yeah, and this has been the part of the lineup that's done damage for Maine, and it really speaks to the depth 1 through 12 of this Maine lineup. They can beat you in so many different ways. We've seen them use small ball. We've seen them get big-time home runs. They just do a really good job of putting the ball in play. Really good hand-eye coordination from all 12 hitters in this lineup. But also, too, I want to give credit to Hazel Rexford because she has just been consistently trusting her defense, pounding the strike zone, making Maine earn everything that they've gotten.
Cody flashes it in the air to right off the glove of Winiger. That scores another run. 6-0 Maine. They've got a half a dozen runs. We play into this 4th on an RBI single.
And this is just a tough break for Kinsley Winiger. Not an easy play to make going back on the ball. You see her feet just kind of get tangled up there. Falls down and lets another run come across for Maine.
Anna Wilson clubs it off of Mosher's glove. Boisenau gathers. Throw over the first is late. In the third base on the play goes Cody. On a throw that trickles by Mosher, Cody comes in to score. Maine's keep it on running. The machine keeps churning. They've got a touchdowns lead here in Bristol.
And this is what speed can do for an offense. It can speed the defense up and make them make mistakes. You're going to see this is an absolute shot off the bat of Hannah Wilson. Not much of an opportunity over there for Hannah Mosher to make that play. And then the speed, again, of these Maine runners. Brooklyn Davenport, that throw just gets away from her, lets another run come across here. But when you're trying to play defense against a team that you know is taking 60 feet after 60 feet after 60 feet, and you speed up, mistakes can just happen and kind of create a snowball effect. And I really like the leadership of this group here coming together, just saying, hey, let's take a pause, let's take a break, let's slow ourselves down. We can feel ourselves getting sped up by this Maine offense. Let's refocus, let's do what we need to do, throw strikes, play clean, and try to get out of this inning and limit the damage.
RBI chance for Nora Emlet, team's leader in RBI during the season, coming into Bristol. It's an 8-0 lead for Maine. Emlet's got a chance to add to that total. The first baseman entering the season was asked to play the outfield. That sprayed back up the middle, almost hits Wilson at second base. Throw goes to third. She gets in there ahead of the throw. That could have been disastrous, but nice footwork from Wilson to avoid being hit by the ball.
And you see her waving her hands and laughing there. She's like, I'm fine, I'm good. I knew what I was doing the whole time.
It wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close. We've seen some tap dancers in this regional, and that was some pretty impressive footwork there from Hannah Wilson, advancing to third.
6 consecutive hits for Maine. Lucy Coulthard is hoping to make it 7. Struck out her first time up in the second inning. A big Jason Tatum fan. Wonder how JT's gonna play a full season back after the Achilles injury.
And without Jalen Brown now as well, going over to Philadelphia. Wonder how Lucy feels about that trade.
The New York Knicks are the NBA champions. A few people in this broadcast booth might be a bit happy about that. Not going to go into names. If you know, you know. I'm just going to say that. Coulthard waves and misses to even the count. In the event Maine scores these 2 runs from second and third, and Vermont does not score in the bottom of the fourth, this game would end due to the run rule. That's over the outer black for a called strike. Second K for Rexford. Both have come at Coulthard's expense.
And this is a big-time strikeout from Hazel Rexford. You know they're keeping an eye on the scoreboard, wanting to continue to extend this game, and she's just going to paint the outside corner here and fool Lucy Coulthard. You see her up in the box, and that ball just clips the outside edge there. That's a big-time strikeout with runners in scoring position for Rexford.
Hayden West grounded out her first time up in the third. That ball sprayed right field. That finds the grass. This will score both runs. Emlet comes in from second base. It's a 10 spot for Maine. And they're potentially 3 outs away from ending this game early.
I just love the approach from Hayden West here in the 11 spot in the lineup. Look at how she keeps her hands right behind that softball. She lets that outside pitch travel, stays on plane really well, goes upstairs, gets it. There's nothing prettier in all of baseball and softball than an opposite field single.
Morgan Allen lines it to Winiger to retire the side, but Maine behind a 6-run fourth are 3 outs away from moving on one day further in the elimination bracket. The 2026 Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. 2 regionals ongoing here in Bristol, the New England and the Mid-Atlantic Regional. The second of 4 games today here at Brain Field brings us to Mid-Atlantic play with Massapequa International Little League out of Massapequa Park in New York battle Delmar Little League. That game at 11:30 Eastern time here on ESPN+. The nightcap is back in the New England Regional with Cranston, Rhode Island, and Bristol, Connecticut. Rhode Island versus Connecticut. Our good pals Doug Sherman and Alex Powers will be on those Mid-Atlantic Regionals broadcasts. There's a look at the Cranston Western Little Leaguers. Won 15-0 over Vermont a couple days ago, getting their air time, having fun. Despite the clouds in the early day, that's natural energy they have. They don't need to worry about caffeine.
No coffee needed for that group, or really any group here at the New England Regional. Not even at 9 a.m. Ladies are used to it. The fans might need a little caffeine. We might need a little caffeine up here in the booth.
You've got caffeine.
I've got it. It's gone. I could use another one.
Natalie McCurdy has been caffeinated all day. Bouncing back and forth in the circle. She's been dealing today. Her main Little League team is 3 outs away from ending Vermont's season due to the 10-run or greater rule through 4 innings. Fallon Mills is hoping to change that for Vermont. He's down, no balls and 2 strikes.
And Natalie McCurdy's done a great job of getting ahead with hitters. You see her here in another 0-2 spot.
The spells are on 3 pitches. 1 gone.
Natalie McCurdy is so fun to watch. That's now 8 strikeouts out of 11 batters faced today. Working ahead, using her best stuff, getting big-time swings and misses. It's next level precision and command from her. She's not just throwing strikes, she's throwing pitcher's pitches. She's clipping corners, working all 4 quadrants of the strike zone. Just been really impressed with her overall approach and mentality today as she's just come out in attack mode, knowing that it's win or go home. She's put the team on her back and really given Maine a big-time chance to be able to advance here in this elimination game.
Celia Gunther takes it looking. 6 pitches, 6 strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for McCurdy. She's an out away from making Maine move on.
Well, it was 8 of 11 batters faced struck out. Now it's going to be 9 of 12. Just phenomenal. And again, it's a pitcher's pitch right on the outside corner, working that upper outer quadrant of the strike zone.
Top of the order for Maine. Check that for Vermont. It's Kelly Boiseno, second at bat. Possibly her final AB in her Little League career. She's a 12-year-old. Was a part of last year's team that made it to Bristol. This year's team a bit different from last, where they weren't expected to make it this year. Lots of new faces, 8 players left from 2025. Vermont believed to get to Bristol. They believed yesterday to get to day 2 of elimination play, but they've got their backs deeper against the wall than they have been all tournaments. The Vermont Little Leaguers and Kelly Boiseno are down to their final strike of the weekend. Two bounce to second. McDonald over the first, and Maine dispels Vermont. A 10-0 run rule win, and the Maine Little Leaguers keep on battling one more day. They play on at 3:30 tomorrow in day 3 of elimination play. Vermont's season comes to a close here in Bristol, but behind Natalie McCurdy, Maine keeps on rolling.
A beautiful win for this Maine group. Really doing well in all 3 phases of the game. Played clean defense, no errors. Got a great start in the circle from McCurdy, and then really efficient on the offensive side. 10 runs on 10 hits. They just continued to put pressure on this Vermont defense all morning long. Were great with runners in scoring position and just continued to pass the bat, keep momentum on their side as Vermont's tournament comes to an end.
And how about Maine playing every day of this tournament. They were the only game that played in the New England Regional on day one with all the weather. We've still got lots of softball to be played here in Bristol with East Region play starting at 11:30. That'll do it for us here at Brain Field in Bristol. For producer Chris Damiani, director J.C. Obringer, statistician Dave Freed. For the Olympian Haley McLean to my right, it's been a pleasure, partner. Very fun. I'm Casey Roll saying so long. Here in Bristol, Maine defeats Vermont 10-0 in 4 innings to move on.